All right, happy Wednesday night, everybody. Welcome to the daily broadcast, emanating forth, coming to you from and broadcasting out of the Arctic Air Studios, which finally today we really got a break in the heat. Like my truck temperature was only like 94 on the dash or something. It's fantastic. Glad you're with us tonight. A lot of things to get into, Texas Tech related, college football related, you name it, anything that's on your mind. And we're gonna have some fun with some tailgating talk here on the daily broadcast tonight. Now, what we ask you to do, the early arrivals, let us know the audio is good, the video is good. Hit us up whether you're on Twitter X, YouTube, or Facebook Live. Just punch in and say, hey, yeah, it's rocking and rolling. We're here to go. Then share it with your friends. Invite your Texas Tech friends in who don't get nearly enough really cool, really original content wherever they may live. And that includes right here in Lubbock, Texas. There are a lot of people in Lubbock that are starving for good content. Hi, we're here to help. It's the least we can do. So you guys do that. We appreciate it. Like I said, happy Wednesday. Overrated, underrated, rated right. There you go. Underrated product placement right there. Tailgate Foods, the underrated ones, the overrated ones, and the ones that are rated right. And I will give you two tailgate hacks tonight that if you don't know what to bring, I will tell you exactly what to bring to a tailgate, and you'll be a stud star. Everybody will love you. It'll be awesome. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com. You start your day every day right there on the website. Today, overrated, underrated, rated right. Questions are posed. We have Raiderland hot links featuring all the cool stuff from around Raiderland and beyond. If we like it, we figure you're going to like it. We put all sorts of amazing links that you're not going to get anywhere else. We save you time. You don't have time. I got time. That's what I do. I do it for you. So check it out at TheRaiderland.com. Brought to you in part tonight by our friends at Thacker Jewelry. They are the presenters of not just Diamond Talking Baseball, but Raiderland Rewind in football. Our post-game show coming to you, if not late Saturday night, depending on the time the game wraps up. We will have either a rewind on Saturday night or Sunday. And again, hopefully this game will not be such that your hair is on fire to just go, I got to get on and talk about this. Because most of the time, game one against a team like ACU, the only things you can learn are bad. We don't learn anything. Sideline provisions, you can go get them at quarter four. The old, 25 years ago, Cardinal Sports Center. You want to look good? You want good apparel? You want to rock some awesome shirts? You want to go shop with Sideline Provisions. They're at the old Cardinals. Quarter four, I know a lot of people are like, I didn't know they changed the name. Yeah, they changed the name. Go get your shirt. Look good. Hats, caps and hats, hats for bats, all that stuff. They got it right there. And of course, Middleton and Son. Middleton and Son, the premier realtors when it comes to farm and ranch in West Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Colorado, you name it. If it is a property worth you having, you need to talk to them. Now, if you're buying, that's who you talk to. If you're thinking about, if you have some ranch land or farmland you're thinking about selling, you get a hold of Middleton and Son. Nobody's going to do it better. Check out all the cool, the drone footage and everything they do. Man, I love when they put a new property out there. I'm like, all right, I'll watch this for 2 minutes. All the communications brought to you by United Supermarkets. And of course, Boot City handles all the Western wear that you see. Let's get it going tonight. Overrated, underrated, rated right. Get your comments coming in tonight. Tailgate Foods. We'll do Tailgate Foods tonight. And then we have the question for you guys. And be honest, do you bet on Texas Tech football games? Legal or otherwise, 33 states have it legalized. It could be just a friendly wager with your buddies and pals. But there are people who will not bet on Texas Tech from a jinx standpoint. They don't want to mess anything up. And there are those who are like, absolutely. So be honest. Do you ever bet on Texas Tech? No matter what your head tells you, do you look at a line and go, 32.5. Oh, hell no. Or do you look at a line and go 32.5 with the Red Raiders and Baron Morton? Micah Hudson ready to go out for 3 touchdowns like Michael Crabtree in one of his early games. Was that SMU? Can't remember which he had a huge game against. Do you bet? Do you bet on Texas Tech games? Or are you, and I've got many friends like this, nope, won't do it. Doesn't matter. Not going to do it. Not going to jinx it. You tell me. Now, a little bit of housekeeping as we get started tonight, and we wait on David Collier to show up and you guys to show up as well. There in the comments, whether you're on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, United Supermarkets taking care of it. Normally, we would have had our 60 seconds of Raiderland commentary posted about 11 o'clock this morning. We had all sorts of hell going on. I don't know whether it was on my end, the website, whatever. We use it, as most people do, a third-party streaming apparatus. Couldn't get it going. So the commentary that I have loaded up, and we'll post it after the show tonight, and we're not going to talk about it tonight. We can talk about it tomorrow. But it's basically why are college coaches such big candy asses, and why is Dabo Swinney the Kamala Harris of college football? So hang out tonight. We'll post it, and you guys can react to it. John is on Facebook. Over the years, I learned Tech will cost you money. The Leach era was the only safe betting era for me with Tech. What are you doing? Totals? You weren't doing sides. David Collier came at 28 sports director. You are doing housekeeping on the side. Now, yeah, whatever it takes to stay afloat in this economy, you got to do what you got to do. Some people do extra radio shows. I do housekeeping. That's what I got to do. Craig says the talking box is on. Indeed. So, hey, where are my Twitter people? We got a ton of people on Twitter. We always got a lot of people on YouTube. Love to hear from you. So let's get it going tonight. True stories. Do you bet on Tech? Have you ever won big on Tech? Have you ever lost big on Tech? Or do you just stay away from it? It's coming to the state of Texas, either the next go, and I really believe the next legislature, there was enough bipartisan support the last go around, just couldn't get it out of calendars quick enough. I think it's going to be approved. I really do. Kiosk and otherwise. It'll be, on your phone. So you don't have to go to Bovada or something like that. But yeah, I think it's going to be approved. So do you bet on Texas Tech? Ever won big, ever lost big? And then underrated, overrated, rated right Wednesday. Tonight we're talking tailgate foods. What are the tailgate foods that have become so ubiquitous? For those of you from Muleshoe or Littlefield, ubiquitous remains common. They're a good, bad, or otherwise. And I will 100% give you, before we leave tonight, an easy thing to bring to a tailgate. Any tailgate you're going to, and you're going to be a freaking all-star. And they're going to go, I've never seen this before. This is awesome. Thank you. Come back again. And the best thing about it, they're cheap. It's 2 cheap things. CJ, another one on Facebook. How are the grub removal going? Had heard the latest update. All right, so the Great Grub War of 24, my wife declared war on the grubs a couple of weeks ago. She was ready to till it up, pour diesel into the yard, and set the whole thing on fire. We stopped just short of that. Granule application, another granule application. Granule. Seems to be working. We've got green grass coming up in some places. We hope it's working, but it's going to be a process. They didn't get her overnight. They're not leaving overnight. But we're here for the long haul, much like Winston Churchill, right? We're here for the long haul. We'll find them in the bar ditch. We'll find them on the dirt road. Yeah, you get the idea. So I think we're making progress. I believe we're making progress. It's hard to go to war on grubs this late in the year. It's kind of you're really playing catch up, and you're really setting the stage for the spring. So everything we're kind of doing right now is setting the stage for the spring and a huge comeback for the yard. I'll keep you posted, though. Thanks for asking. Texas Rope is out there on YouTube. Good to see YouTube. Where are my Twitter people? Where the hell are the X people right now? Under and over and rated right tailgate foods, things you love, things that you go to a tailgate now and you see and you go, yeah, it's overrated. Don't want it. Texas needs to quit sending money to Oklahoma and New Mexico and improve casinos. I agree. Mesquite grilled, bacon wrapped, jalapeno stuffed dove with some cold barley pops. Underrated. All right. We got a lot to unpack right there. That's a lot of work. A lot of work there, and a lot of ways that can go wrong. I'm not a fan of dove and even quail, that you've got to do so much work for it to be passable. Anything I got to put that much into it, why don't you just get a jalapeno, stuff it with some cream cheese, wrap it in bacon, and call it good? See, I would say that's probably overrated. I would say that's probably overrated. And most of the time, the people doing it suck. They're not good at it. They think they're good. They got a $50,000 smoker. They think they're really not that good. David Collier from KMAC 28, who has no yard. Are you talking about your lawn or a mediocre recruiting class? Nice. Oh, I see what you did there. Stacy, since they outlawed diaziron, grubs are hard to get rid of. Tillet, diesel fuel, match. I'm saying we didn't do that, but I'm just saying it would work. The work outweighs the reward. Craig jumping in, talking about a little bit of tailgate food. That's the way I feel on some of that stuff when we get into dove and quail. The best quail I've ever had was just diced up, pretty much cubed out, teriyaki sauce, boom, that's it. We didn't do anything. Now, if you want all that fun stuff, I recommend going the jalapeno route. We're talking tailgate food here too, by the way. We're not out in the field. We're not cooking on a tailgate, after you've been done hunting. We're talking about tailgate. Make it easy. Take it easy, baby. Make it last all night. All night. Lynn, I'm good at jalapeno poppers. Ask my family. I don't know that I can ask them. Really don't. Dan. Huh. That's weird. Underrated, overrated, rated right. Most of the brisket you will get served to you at a tailgate is average. Most of it is incredibly average. There are a lot of reasons for this. And anymore, one of the biggest reasons is when the time that they are letting people in, particularly at Texas Tech, to their parking spots now, depending on kickoff time, you don't have time to do them right. Briskets now are overrated at tailgates. 100% overrated at tailgates. Tessa, who may or may not be my wife. Battling hard with the grubs, we have seen some improvement. Sounds like it's talking about my kids' grades. Stacy, brats warmed up, Wolf brand chili, shredded cheese on a bun. All right, we can do our own chili. We don't have to do Wolf brand. However, brats are highly underrated because here's what you can do with brats. You can cook them, and that's good. And you can keep them in a brat tub for hours on end, and they're going to only get better. I assume most of you guys know what a brat tub is. Get a big old, metal pan, roasting pan, whatever. Fill it up with some water. Put a little beer in there. Anything else you want to do. Throw some onions in there, maybe a couple of jalapenos chopped up, something. Give it a little bit of whatever, and you just keep it on a warm fire. And you throw those brats in there after you've grilled them. You just let them hang out there and get happy. Brats on a hoagie bun, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of sauerkraut, whatever you want, highly underrated. And they taste good. And again, this can be done fairly quickly. You've got a noon game. You can only get out there at 6 o'clock in the morning, start cooking whenever they open up the lots. The days are gone when you can set up 2 days before and do stuff. So we've got to simplify our attack. We've got to simplify what we're doing and make it count, make it worthwhile. The brats are a tremendous high leverage advantage, I believe, highly underrated. 100%. And you can just throw some hot dogs on there for the kids. Never waste good food on the kids. If they're under 15 years old, don't give them anything good. A hot dog stuffed with cheddar cheese, a little kraut, onions to be topped with spicy mustard, and ice cold Lone Star. Long neck. Make you bad mouth your mother-in-law underrated. I never bad mouth my mother-in-law because she's the only one who can make fried okra that'll make you walk over hot coals to get to it. Rated right, says Craig. We're talking about underrated, overrated, and rated right Tailgate Foods dishes. And otherwise, before we get out of here tonight, I will give you two great things to bring to a tailgate that will make people love you. That's easy to do. Also, ask you tonight, if you're just joining us, do you bet on tag football and why or why not? Why do you do it? Why do you not do it? Craig, rated right taco bar, easy to fix, relative cheap to make. Everyone loves tacos. You can do that with crispy shell. You can do that obviously with a soft taco tortilla, and it really doesn't take much to do everything you need. A little shredded lettuce, tomatoes, some onions. If you want to do some chili on that, or obviously you got a little beef and whatever you want to do on that. You got chicken, anything else. I agree with Craig. You can do that fairly cost effective. You just got to make sure the cold stuff needs to stay cold. It's like the McDLT for McDonald's in the mid 80s. I want the hot stuff hot. I want the cold stuff cold. So you need to have, in my opinion, the ability to have, you got a little Bunsen burner, a little can of Sterno keeping stuff hot. You need an ice pan, a little ice bath, a little cooler. Keep it in the cooler. Open it up, get the stuff out, go. Chicken necks and backs. Lawrence is a weird son of a. What's a tailgate? Says David Collier. See, tailgate, David Collier, is when the people who don't work at the game, who have no responsibility here whatsoever, stand out in the parking lot for hours on end, spending tons of money to stand in a parking lot that's paid for already, and bring in their own food, and then decide I don't want to go into the game. And then they leave at halftime. They go back to this tailgate thing because either their team is up 50-0 or they're struggling and they can't afford to pay the prices in the stadium. Tailgate used to be a pickup truck with a tailgate down and food sitting on the tailgate. Lynn has a handle on this whole thing. Where are my Twitter people tonight? Where the hell are the Twitter people? The words of David Letterman. Where the hell are the Twitter people? Oh, it's a great job. Texas Tech employs about 15 to 20 people, David, that all they do is ride around in golf carts, going to tailgates, taking pictures and videos, and then they put it up in the stadium, showing people that were dumb enough to go in the stadium how awesome it is outside the stadium. Actually, you come to think of it, that's kind of weird. Anyhow, underrated, overrated, rated right. Rated right for tailgates, burgers. It's pretty hard to screw up a burger, even though I can, and I know many people that do. But at most tailgates, if you got burgers and you got anything else to go on them, you're not going to go wrong. It's not going to be great. You're not expecting great. Again, if you don't get botulism, a burger is going to be fine. That's where the brisket goes wrong. You're never going to do a great brisket at a tailgate. And again, I know a lot of people say, I can. No, you can't. You don't do it. Been there, seen it. Doesn't happen. Don't waste your time on the brisket. Do other things. Craig, overrated 7-layer dip. It's overdone. Yeah. There are a lot of different things I would do than the 7-layer dip. If I'm bringing a dip, and I'm not bringing a dip, but if I wanted to do something, probably not going to do that. One, if you're doing it yourself, it's not easy. Otherwise, you're just buying it, and that's fine. Knock yourself out, stop at United Market Street, load up, get all the stuff. That's cool. But yeah, if I'm doing a 7-layer dip, I'm not going to waste my time on that. Simplicity is the key at the tailgate. It's a freaking tailgate. Simplicity is the key. Craig says fajitas have always been a winner for me. I would agree that way before I'm doing brisket, I'm just going to do cheap fajitas. Skirt steak, easy, cheap. You can get, even don't buy a fajita meat, buy skirt steak, buy some round, do that, cut it up yourself. You'll save yourself about $2 a pound on that. And then the key to that is have tons of the onions, bell peppers, everything else, cheese, and you stretch out the tortilla, the fajita, by the sides. All right? That's how you stretch it out. Good money saver. If you have so much cool stuff out there that they want to do it, in just a simple can of wok or something like that, sour cream, again, keep it cold. You're going to save a lot of money doing that. Used to be for me, I had to have an ice cold beer at tailgate no matter the temperature. Well, yeah. Sorry, I assume that was like in a geometry problem when they tell you, yeah, it's an isosceles triangle. There will be beer. Absolutely. Now, those of you doing high-end tailgates, cheap keg beer, that's all you do. Cheapest keg beer you can get. No one can taste it. They can't tell. Cheapest keg beer you can get. Never go high-end on that. Look at Michael bringing up the sponsor, Domino's Pizza, pepperoni, and absolutely, I highly recommend placing an order early on Saturday. Pick it up yourself on the way to the stadium. Get you a couple of pizza pies. Bring it out there. They're going to love you. That's my man right there. Where the hell are the Twitter people? I know we've got a lot of people watching on Twitter X right now. This is kind of frustrating. Oh, well. Hell, I didn't think we were going to be on tonight. Earlier today, we had all sorts of problems with our third-party streaming service and Yardstream. I didn't know what we were going to do. It was a mess. That's why the commentary I've got coming up on candy-ass college football coaches had to be delayed, but I'm going to post it here tonight, and I want you guys to share it and comment on it and everything else, theraiderland.com, where we're going to have it. Okay. I guess nobody's willing to admit that you bet on tech or don't bet on tech. That's fine. I get it. It's one of the questions. Do you bet on Texas Tech or not? Are you superstitious about that? You look at a number and say, I don't want to jinx it. I don't know. Maybe you've done well. Maybe you've done not. You can tell us in the remaining moments as I get ready to give you two amazing things to bring to a tailgate that will change your life and the lives of people around you. David, I bring Fresca and veggie tray. That's why people love you when you come walking around out there, man. It's like, hey, check that out. What is it? Is that cauliflower? Hell yeah. Or is that Collier flour? Thank you. All right. Lynn, I've never bet on a Texas Tech sport, even with your friends, come on now, even with your buddies, even with a good friend. I'm not talking like rolling up to the window in Vegas or whatever, never bet on anything with friends. No? All right. So I'm going to give you this. Don't bet on Tech because I've seen too many North Texas type losses. Which means don't bet against them when they're playing North Texas or on them. All right, the two things I'm going to give you are dessert slash, one-off things, but nobody else is going to bring it. Okay, so you're going to win. I'm not talking brownies. I'm not talking anything like cookies and stopping off and getting it. No. Now, first one is something that I think most people know, but very few take advantage of and bring it to tailgates. No need for extra emotion betting on Tech. Go buy you a bunch of candy corn and a bunch of salted cocktail peanuts. Mix them up, put them in a bag, put them in a bowl, put them in anything. and bring that to the tailgate. And what that is a payday candy bar in your hand. You reach in there, you get some candy corn, some peanuts, and you put that in your mouth, and you start chewing, and you're going, I'm eating a freaking payday candy bar. And this is awesome. And people are amazed. People have never seen it. People are going, my gosh, this is incredible. And it's simple. It gets you a couple of big ass bags of candy corn, salted cocktail peanuts. If you don't want salted, whatever, you're on your own. But it needs to be salted in my mind. Now, we're not doing anything but just mixing this stuff up together, putting it in a bowl, setting it out there, and then telling people, put this in your mouth. I know when I say that out loud, that sounds horrible and illegal in Utah. Go Utes. So that's one. Kitley almost beat Patterson with HBU talent. Now the roles are reversed. Indeed they are. Tech is playing, I'll bet, but not necessarily to win. Interesting, Joe. So that's one. Simple. Candy corn, cocktail peanuts. No. They will get it, Lawrence. You're wrong. They will get it. They will grab a handful of the candy corn and the peanuts, and it will change their life. And you'll look like a friggin' stud. Now, the next one is a little bit involved because it involves 3 steps of preparation. And this is the one where you're going to have to kind of sell them on it just a little bit. So the first thing we need to do this next one that you're going to take to your tailgate this year, and it's going to be Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland Special, and you're going to look awesome. You guys keeping up? I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for free. I'm on an over-underrated right Wednesday where you're talking about tailgate foods. Do you bet on Texas Tech, yes or no? So the first thing you're going to need, go buy a box of saltine crackers. All right? Big old box of saltine crackers. Whatever you like to buy, whichever brand, whatever. But you need a big old box of saltine crackers. So we have the saltine crackers. The next thing you do is you get a big ass jar of peanut butter. The biggest jar you can find legally in the United States of America. I recommend Jif on this one. Not Skippy and no crunchy. It's got to be smooth. I think the Jif on this one has worked better in my experience. The next thing you do is get 2 jars of sliced jalapenos. One regular, and then the other one you can get the sweet jalapeno. Sliced jalapenos. And you show your friends at the tailgate. This is a great halftime snack. You're in and out really quick. Saltine cracker, peanut butter, jalapeno slice on top. Boom. You're going to be amazed. You're going to be amazed how good it is. You can do jalapeno to your taste, the sweet or the regular. I kind of like the regular. And people are going to be looking at you like you're crazy, and you're not. And when they try that, again, this is an easy tailgate thing to bring. So easy to bring. 2 jars, peanut butter, box of crackers. You roll in. They've been over here making brisket. They've been over here doing this and that. And nobody's going to pay attention to it once they have your peanut butter on a saltine cracker with a sliced jalapeno on top, or 2. You win. You win. If I give you nothing else this year, I give you that. Underrated cream cheese raspberry chipotle. Yeah, jam over it. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That is a great thing. Great thing to do. There are a lot of different things you can put on top of that cream cheese. I highly recommend all of them. I did what I could tonight. I hope it's raining Saturday. No offense, because we need it. But I hope some of you will take what I've given you tonight. Whether it's the bowl of payday candy bar, with candy corn and cocktail peanuts. Or you amp it up just a little bit with peanut butter, creamy, Jif, saltine crackers, sliced jalapenos. And you roll in there and you go, this is how we do it in Raiderland. People will forget about everything you have. Lawrence, when they pay me money, I'll tell you what's in the cup. Until they pay me money, much like Ron White has said over the years, they get no mention. But if they want to pay me for it, I will 100% tell you exactly what's in the cup. All right, I want you guys to share this. What we do is a little different here in Raiderland. Been doing this media thing for 35 years. This is my 35th year, I believe that's right, covering Texas Tech. Huh. Credentialed media member, I should say. Unbelievable. We do things a little different here. That's good because we got a lot of people doing a lot of great things media-wise, from David Collier on TV and different radio shows and everything else. We do things a little different here. I like to think we bring a different perspective. All I ask is if you guys like this, to do a favor for me, help out my sponsors, great sponsors like Thacker Jewelry, like Sideline Provisions, United Supermarkets and Market Street, Food City, Middleton and Son Realty for farm and ranch. That's just a sample of the people that value you so much, that value this audience so much, they want to be associated with you. Not me. They want to be associated with you. So if you can, when we post this on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and on the website at theraiderland.com, if you can share that, that's the greatest compliment you can give me in what you can do for the people that make this happen. That's how this whole thing works. Bottom line. But they associate with me, talking about our sponsors, because of you, not me. They like you. So tell them thanks. We will also have the the commentary today that I could not post that you guys need to check out. I'll have that up here in about a half hour. I hope you guys like it. Candy ass college football coaches. Good God, son of a